everybody. I, Richa of class 11th A from school Kalpana Chawla Vidyapeeth, have participated in art integrated activity which is supported by our biology teacher Mrs. Babita ma'am. So today we'll discuss about two cell organelles and those are nucleus and Golgi apparatus. So we'll start with nucleus. So here you can say it as a diagram of nucleus. This organelle is found in both eukaryotic and prokaryotic cells, but in eukaryotic cell it has a well mounted membrane. As you can see, it is a spherical shaped organelle which is the control center of the cell. It is responsible for the coordination of genes and gene expression. The structure includes nuclear envelope, nuclear lamina, nucleoplasm, chromatin, nucleolus, and nuclear pores. So after it we'll discuss about Golgi apparatus. Golgi apparatus structure consists of many flat disc-shaped cisternae of 0.5 micrometer to 1 micrometer diameter, which are stacked parallel to each other, are called Golgi apparatus. Its main function is packaging and secretion of proteins. This organelle was discovered by Camillo Golgi, which later named after it. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Start.
Hey everyone, I am Ria. I'm a student of 11th class studying Kalpana Chawla Vidyapeeth. This is biology art integration activity supported our biology teacher, Ms. Babita. So let's get started right away. Today, I'm going to enlighten two topics, that is cell membrane and endoplasmic reticulum. So let's get started with endoplasmic reticulum. Endoplasmic reticulum is a continuous membrane system that forms a series of flattened sacs within cytoplasm of eukaryotic cells and serves multiple functions, being important particularly in the synthesis, folding, modification and transport of proteins. It is the type of organelle made up of two subunits, rough endoplasmic reticulum and smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Rough ER is named for its rough appearance, which is due to ribosomes attached to its outer surface. The ribosomes on rough ER specialize in the synthesis of protein. Smooth ER, by contrast, is involved in synthesis of lipids including cholesterol, phospholipids, while the function of nucleus is to act as a cell brain. Nuclear envelope, a double membrane enclosing nucleus of eukaryotic cells, controls flow of information between the nucleoplasm and cytoplasm. Now, nuclear pore form another anchoring site for genome and nuclear envelope. There are large multi-subunit transport channels that perforate the nuclear membrane. Now it comes about cell membrane. So this is the basic structure of cell membrane. The cell membrane, also known as the plasma membrane, is a double layer of lipids, proteins that surrounds a cell. It separates cytoplasm from external environment of a cell. Phospholipids are major components of a cell membrane. Like fats, they are composed of fatty acid chains attached to a glycerol backbone and a phosphate group that is modified by an alcohol. The phosphate group is negatively charged polar head, which is hydrophilic. It means water loving. Since the heads are hydrophilic, they face outward and attracted to intracellular and extracellular fluid. The lipid tails, on the other hand, are uncharged, non-polar and hydrophobic or water-fearing. A hydrophobic molecule repels and is repelled by water. Some lipid tails consist of saturated fatty acids and some contains unsaturated fatty acids. So this was all about cell membrane and endoplasmic reticulum. I hope that you will get amazing new ideas and materials you can use and adapt them right away. Thanks to all of you.
Greetings everyone, I am Megha from class 11th studying in Kalpana Chawla Vidyapeeth, and this is the art integrating activity supported by our biology teacher Mrs. Babita, and today I am going to tell you about two of the cell organelles, that is mitochondria and chloroplast. So first of all, mitochondria. See friends, this is the structure of mitochondria. Mitochondria is found both in plant cells and animal cells, and it is sausage or cylindrical in shape. It is a double membrane bound cell organelle having outer membrane and inner membrane, dividing its lumen into two aqueous compartments, that is outer compartment and inner compartment. The inner compartment is called matrix. And the outer membrane of the cell organelle forms the continuous limiting boundary of the cell organelle, and the inner membrane form a number of infoldings called the cristae. The cristae increases the surface area. The mitochondria produces a cellular type of energy in the form of ATP, and hence it is called the powerhouse of the cell, and it divides by the fission. And the next one is chloroplast. So this is the structure of chloroplast, and it contains chlorophyll and carotenoid pigments, which are responsible for light trapping for photosynthesis. It is found only in plant cells, and it is also a double membrane bound cell organelle having outer membrane and inner membrane. Out of these two membranes, inner membrane is relatively less permeable. The space limited by the inner membrane is called stroma, and inside the stroma there are a number of membranous sacs that are called thylakoids, and the thylakoids forms stacks like the piles of coins, and these are called grana or granum. And in addition, there are membranous tubules that are called stromal lamellae connecting the thylakoids of the different grana. It contains chlorophyll and also the carotenoid pigments. The chlorophyll is present in the thylakoids. Thank you. Have a nice day.
My name is Varsha from 11th A from Kalpana Chawla Vidyapeeth School. Today we will discuss about human brain. Brain is the main controlling and coordinating organ in our body. It contains large number of nerve cells in it. Brain can be divided into three parts: forebrain, midbrain, and hindbrain. Forebrain consists of cerebrum, thymus, hypothalamus, and hindbrain contains pons, cerebellum, medulla, and this is midbrain.